Hello YouTube, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Yapzor. Today is my birthday, my 20th birthday, and I'm feeling so awesome, so wonderful. I don't know how the feelings are, but I'm going to show you how to design this birthday flyer as a special gift of mine on this day to you. And it's going to be very simple. We're going to start everything from scratch. I've already worked on the images. I have this also here, that, and this as our background. So starting, we'll type in our text, which is 20, and the font, actually I can't mention the name of the font. It's HEATTEN. Is some long name, I can't mention it fully, sorry, pardon me, but you can just check it online. And when you are done, you reduce the spacing between it. You come to the character panel by switching it on here. Go to window, come here and switch it on. When you come to the character panel, the VA, that is the tracking, you reduce it where you are kind of merge them together. So let me, okay, so 40 is okay for me here. Then from there you make sure it's placed right in the middle of the canvas, and you go and bring in the image you wish to use there. So I'll be using this one for that particular one. So when you come there, what you do to the image, is this. First of all, you right click on the icon of the text layer and you mask it, and you click on what? Mask, and try and position your image well first before you do this. So when you click on the mask, you clip in, rather you click on the image and click on mask, and to mask it, but you realize that part of the image has been cut off. So to bring that back, what you do is you click on the mask, click on B to activate the brush tool. Make sure it's on the brush tool, not any of the other brush type of tools, and you make sure here is white. So you just click on X to change the top one to white, and when that is done, you just paint over the part that you need to appear. Increase the brush size, and that is good. So when that is done, you now, at least the 20 is not very visible, so what you do is you duplicate the 20 by clicking on Ctrl J, right clicking on it, add a stroke of white color. The stroke 4 is okay, not very big. Then we'll reduce the fill to 0. Here, get to know the difference between the fill and opacity. If I should turn the opacity to 0, that includes the effect that was on it. But when I turn the fill to 0, the stroke still appears, so you can still see the stroke there. So you now what? Merge. You can now merge them, but first of all, change the color of the text to at least blend in with the shirt's color. And you can now group everything by clicking on Ctrl G and locking it. Then from there, we'll type in the TH, which I'm going to type them differently, and the font I use there is Master of Comics. Reduce a size, and just duplicate it by clicking on Alt and Shift and change the text to H. Then from here, what we'll do is you click on the T, go and bring in the image you want to insert there. Then you clip in, you right click here and create clipping mask and move the image. So this one I have to reduce the size to fit in. Don't worry about it. So the background, let me change the background color to reduce the stress of not seeing. So you can adjust it till as much as you want. Then you click on the H, go bring in the other one. Marks it also. So the shortcut for the marks which I like using and it saves me time is you go in between the layers and click on Alt. Then when you click, it will mark in, so it will clip in or out. Okay, so when that is done, you can also lock those two. You can also group them and lock, just that you wouldn't have to touch them that much. So on our account type, and the font I'm using for the happy and the birthday is Oleto. Oleto, O-L-E-T-O. I'll use white for it. We'll duplicate the same thing down here by clicking on Alt and dragging down here. Draw a rectangle. Where my name is going to be typed. And the font I'm going to use there is my favorite font as at now. That's Hobo STD Medium. That is my favorite font as we talk. So probably if I get a favorite font in the future, I will change to that one. And you make sure it goes above the rectangle layer. You can adjust the size to fit in. So just select the two of them and you adjust them. Then this quote that I've created, which actually is very touching to me, is this. Change the color to white so that you can see it. And this is how it reads. 2 decades have I lived. So this is my second decade birthday. 2 decades have I lived. 2 things have I learned. And that is, Jesus Christ is the solution to every problem. Jesus Christ, He is the solution to every problem. And the second thing I've learned is that Jesus being the solution to every problem has no exception. Every problem, there's no exception to this. So 2 decades have I lived, 2 things have I learned. That Jesus is the solution to every problem. And the second is, the first is without an exception. So this, I'll just drag them down here. Then unlock my layer here. So that I'll send them down. So from there I'll go and bring in the other images which I said I already worked on. Put this at this side. Make sure it goes behind all the layers. So when that it goes there, you reduce opacity to 19, and I made it hard light. Then you go bring in the one I'm in my officer suits, yeah, and reduce opacity to 20, and that is okay. So we'll now go and bring in our background itself rather than just the normal blue. So you send them above the others. So the difference here you realize is that get the difference, though they are all of blue, but this gives it a fancy and a better look. So I'll lock it. Then just for other purposes, I just typed in my date of birth here in a very fancy way, 09/08.01. So unless you are very keen, you might not even realize that and I reduce down to opacity because it's not the center of attraction. So then I added some other text just about me, which I think I can just duplicate here. YouTuber, graphics, Christ addict, teacher, picture. So these ones I just put them randomly, then select all of them and reduce opacity to 5%. Here is not more visible, so 9% is okay. Then the other side I just decided to put in my plenty nicknames. So if you know any of them, if you know any of my nicknames that I've not typed here, you can just highlight it. You are shocked that Yapzor is a nickname, eh? Okay, Joe the Economist. Actually, I have thousands of nicknames. I don't even remember all my nicknames because every year now I get new nicknames. And this also, you just simply reduce the opacity to 9% as we did for the others, or a low opacity, and bam, this is my birthday flyer. Yeah, so you can do adjustment whichever way, increasing the sizes, reducing the sizes, and it's very beautiful. So thank you very much for watching this video, this special episode. I really appreciate your efforts and I really appreciate your support. It's been a wonderful time having you come to view my content. Yeah, I really appreciate this, and I would like to say, if you've not subscribed, subscribe for more, because as I'm in this new age, Charlie, more creativity. So subscribe for more videos on Photoshop and how to use the web. Thank you and